Good evening, and it's great to start another week with all of you at home. We begin tonight with former President Trump in the courtroom today here in New York in the $250 million New York State civil suit accusing him of sweeping financial fraud, allegedly inflating the value of his properties by more than $2 billion, allegedly to secure better terms from lenders and insurance companies. The judge already ruling that Trump, his sons, and his business committed fraud. Now, weeks of testimony to come to determine what the penalty will be. Trump's defense team chose this route with the judge rather than having a jury. Trump scowling at times, bristling at the state's arguments. Among the properties prosecutors say Trump inflated and that he might now be at risk of losing his Fifth Avenue apartment in Trump Tower, the value inflated by as much as $200 million. They allege the value of Mar-a-Lago in Florida exaggerated by nearly $600 million. Trump coming before the cameras several times today, repeatedly attacking the judge. The AG saying today no one is above the law. At issue, if Americans can't inflate the values of their own homes to get better deals, the AG arguing the former president and his family shouldn't be able to do so either. Here's our senior investigative reporter, Aaron Katersky, leading us off outside the court tonight.
Tonight, former President Trump in court, stone-faced at the defense table for the opening of the civil trial that threatens to shatter the success story at the heart of his brand. New York Attorney General Letitia James in court, too, staring at Trump from her seat in the front row. She's accusing the former president of being a fraud and a liar.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
On the bench, Judge Arthur Engoron, who has already dealt Trump a severe blow, ruling he did commit fraud, inflating his net worth by as much as $2.2 billion by overvaluing much of his real estate empire. It could mean Trump will have to give up control of his signature properties in New York. In court today, lawyers for the state arguing Trump lied year after year, and they had the receipts. Take the Trump Tower penthouse. The state says the Trump organization inflated its value by some $200 million, declaring it was 30,000 square feet. But the Attorney General's team showed Trump's signature on a document certifying the apartment is actually a third that size, 11,000 square feet. And while Trump said Mar-a-Lago was worth up to $600 million, the state contends its assessed value is actually no more than $27 million. And they played video from the deposition of Trump's former lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen, who says he and former chief financial officer Alan Weisselberg artificially boosted the value of certain properties at Trump's direction if, say, he wanted to move up on the Forbes list of the wealthiest people.
Mr. Trump would call Alan and I into the office, and let's say it said he was worth $6 billion. Well, he wanted to be higher on the Forbes list, and he then said, I'm actually not worth $6 billion. I'm worth $7 billion. In fact, I think it's actually now worth $8 billion with everything that's going on. Alan and I were tasked with taking the assets, increasing each of those asset classes in order to accommodate that $8 billion number.
Trump's lawyers said real estate values, even square footage, are subjective, and the Trump properties are Mona Lisa properties, suggesting they're priceless. Throughout opening statements, Trump sitting with his arms crossed, shaking his head. He sometimes muttered under his breath, often whispering with his attorneys. He wasn't required to be in court today, but he came anyway, and several times spoke to reporters in the hallway, attacking Attorney General James and Judge Engoron. Trump was given the option of a jury trial, but his lawyers didn't take it, and now his fate is in the hands of the judge.
This is a judge that should be disbarred. This is a judge that should be out of office.
Using familiar language from the Trump playbook.
So very simply put, it's a witch hunt, it's a disgrace.
The state is now asking the judge to impose a $250 million penalty. The Attorney General's office says Trump inflated his net worth to win better terms from lenders and insurance companies, something ordinary Americans can't do. And so, David, the state says President Trump should not be allowed to do it either. David?
Aaron Katersky leading us off here on a Monday night. Aaron, thank you.